Yo guys, so I'm back again with another video, and today I'm pretty excited because I'm starting a new video series called Behind the Beat, where I go behind the beats that I make and I show you how I made them. So to kickstart this video off and this video series off, I'm gonna go behind the beat of my new single called Apollo, which is currently out right now, and I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description if you want to take a listen. If not, still fine. Hope you guys learned something today. Alright, so without further ado, let's just jump right in. Gonna have to put these on even though I don't like hearing my own voice, but whatever, man. Okay, so I started off with this. Actually, before I get into it, let me just say this. All the drum sounds you hear, almost all of them, I think all of them, yeah, were from this drum pack called the Ultimate Boom Bap Drum Kit. All right, it's a free drum kit with over 2,000 sounds. It's really nice, really good quality. If I could find the link for it, I'm gonna leave the link for it in the description below, so you guys can check that out as well. Either way, I started off with this hi-hat loop. All right, and then I played this kick pattern using MIDI. All right, let's loop this section right here for a bit. And here's the snare. With an open hat. Yeah, the open hat really adds some nice rhythm to it. Let's go in and see what's happening here with the kick. I have this little roll because this is the last bar of the chorus and I'm transitioning into the verse, so I added this little roll right here. Alright, now you notice how the velocities are different. Yeah, I think that was probably one of the main key elements of this beat, and this is something that I do with a lot of my beats as well, is that the drums have to have different velocity and different volumes. It makes it sound way more realistic. Alright, so here's the bass. Now the bass is really simple. I'm just playing the root notes of the chord progression, which I'm going to show you in a little while. I'm using a Fruity Stock plugin called Citrus Sub Bass Preset. Alright, so let me just show you guys how I got this. I right click here, presets, go to bass, right there, sub bass. Alright, so next is the second bass that I have playing, which is more like a jazzy-ish sort of bass. I use Contact session strings. Alright, so I went to the key switch, yeah. The articulation, I changed it to pizzicato, so they're plucking the strings instead of just strumming them. It gives it a really nice jazzy-ish sort of vibe. Alright, now for the main chord progression. Oh, okay, my bad. So I have to turn on the automations here. Alright, let's go get inside and see what's going on here. And the bass pan to the left because I'm trying to make space in the center for the drums mainly, for the kick, the snare, and the bass, the sub bass. That is. Right, and I also have the Rhodes here, which is also straight. I just put it there to add a little layer extra texture as well. Right, so let's take a second to check out the chord progression. I played jabs. Okay, I'm in the E minor scale, if I remember correctly. And it's actually a really simple chord progression. I just played two chords mainly. With a little, I think it's called a lick, I'm not sure, but yeah, whatever this little thing here is, it's a nice little transition. And I noticed that jabs work really well when you're trying to make some sort of upbeat, hype sort of beat, because I'm at 114 BPM and I want to make something that's very rhythmic, so I just went for jabs. Right? Then I just copy pasted the progression of the piano onto the other instrument, which is the Rhodes. Alright, let me show you which plugins, VST plugins I'm using. For the piano, I'm using Addictive Keys. I'm actually using Addictive Keys for almost all of them, for the Rhodes as well. I went to the Jazzish preset. I went to Gallery, clicked the first one right here, and just click Jazzish. Jazzy-ish, I don't know how to pronounce that, either way. For the Rhodes, Addictive Keys as well. Went to the Mark 1 mono line, or mono line, sorry, I'm pronouncing it properly. Right, so I went to the second right here, mono line, yeah. Alright, and this is the chorus, just to let you know. So let's transition to the verse. Right here. Now the first 8 bars of the verse, I wanted to start it off a little bit smooth, so I removed the jabs and I'm just playing the chord progression the way I would normally play. No jabs, you know, because I want something a bit smooth and chill. Now I added this hi-hat pattern, this extra one. Alright, just to like spice things up, change it over a little bit and give like add extra rhythm. The whole theme, the whole idea behind the beat while I was making it was to, well, I should say the goal, it's not really the theme, but the theme's like a sci-fi theme, but the goal here is to try to keep having different transitions, alright, to always have something new come up, so that listeners can like stay, what's the word that I'm looking for here, just to make the beat exciting, let's just say that. Alright, so that's about it. It just goes on like this for 8 bars. And then there's a little transition that I have right here. And this is where like the magic happens. Alright, so let's slow things down and see what's going on here. Alright, let's dive in. Let me turn this off for a second. What's going on here? What's going on here is I'm playing the exact same chord progression with the piano and the Rhodes. The only difference is that I'm arpeggiating it, right? The piano isn't really being arpeggiated. I'm just playing this one top line little note right here, and then I layered it 3 octaves. Alright, now let's look at the main chorus, the Rhodes, the element that really gives it the sci-fi sort of feel. Alright, so it seems like it's just a melody here. Wow, don't even know what I did for my own beat. Melody, and then right here. Alright, so I actually made a mistake. I was meaning to talk about the next section, not this one, but you'll understand in a little while what I'm talking about. Either way, what's important is this part right here. Man, this really just made it for me. This really just gave it that sci-fi feel. Alright, so where did I get this? I went to this drum kit, right, called Johnny Giuliano Trap Ghost Drum Kit. Yeah, pretty long names for the drum kits, not sure why. Alright, so I went to the extras and I picked one of these arpeggiators right here. I think I picked this one. I'm not sure which one, I can't quite remember which one I used, but what I remember doing is I took one, I put in Edison, which is a recording plugin, a stock recording plugin for FL Studio. I use my MIDI keyboard to like play a certain note, certain part. I found the note that I like, and I sampled that note as one individual little sample, one shot, and I added it as if it was some sort of drum, and I just laid it over here on the playlist here, right here. Now with the drums, right? So here I added another transition as well. Now what did I do right here? I layered it for the last like parts right here, but I didn't really do anything. I just added it there to increase the volume, to really make it swell up, you know? Alright, now this part right here. This is my favorite part, my personal favorite part. Now I still have the Rhodes that was playing in the middle, like the one that was there to add texture and layer, right? Which is the same one you hear in the verse and the chorus. But over here, I took the chord progression of the piano. Yeah. So I took the chord progression of the piano and the Rhodes and I just arpeggiated it. Now how do I arpeggiate? Now let me go right here. All right. Let me go to this Rhodes right here. Go to the piano roll, hit Alt A. And right there, I just arpeggiated right like that. Wait, let me play it. Now I can increase the range, go up 2 octaves. But I felt that was too much, so I just decided to stick with 1 octave. Yeah. Alright, so that's a nice way of arpeggiating. There's another way of arpeggiating, but just to let you guys know, which is you click on the VST plugin, you go to the little wrench tool right here, and this section right here is all of it is to do with arpeggiation. I mean, it says arpeggiator right there. So you can click the top or the bottom. All right, arpeggiation direction will go upwards, or you can make it go downwards, or you can make it bounce. No, I don't know what sticky is, but whatever. I'm reading it right here on the top left. Right, so you can change just the time. All right, you can increase the range here as well. So it's pretty interesting, yeah. The thing about FL Studio is there's so many different ways of doing the exact same thing. So whichever way you want to pick still gets the job done just as well. All right. So let me go back right here. This is extremely loud. Anyways, let me bring back all the other instruments. Now, rhythm for this beat was the most important and primary aspect of the entire beat. All right. So one thing I did here is that after 8 bars, and notice after every 8 bars, there's some sort of switch up. Something's going on. All right. Usually it'd be 4 bars, but 8 bars I figured would be good because I'm at a pretty fast tempo, which is 114. And again, my snare's landing on the 2 and the 3, which means that I'm not going in halftime with the drums. All right, so what's going on over here? What's going on over here is that on the second snare hit, which is the 4th beat in a bar, I'm removing some instruments. I remove the bass and I remove the kick. Why? Because I really want to emphasize the hit of the second snare. Now, why is the hit of the second snare so important? Because the second snare is the one that hits harder. The way I have it using the velocity is that the first snare it's lighter. It doesn't hit as hard, but the second one really just smacks you. Right? So over here I got a gross beat on, and it's been a very long time since I used gross beat. I mean, I haven't used gross. I can't remember the last time I used gross beat before making this beat. But anyways, point is, okay, so I had gross beat on, a specific rhythm. Now where was it? Oh yeah, I didn't put it on the bus. I put it on the individual instruments. Gross beat right there. Yeah. So I went over here, half bit gate or beat gate. I don't know. Yeah. I just used my ears for this one. Wanted to see which one felt better, which one had a better rhythm. Alright, now on the second snare where the emphasis are, I have a fruity limiter and I turn it on right on the second snare. Now what am I doing with the fruity limiter? All I did was I went to the limiter right here and I just took the gain all the way. So the volume ducks down. It just goes to 0. Well, almost goes to 0. Like, I don't know, that just really emphasizes the second hit of the snare. Makes everything just go harder. right? And then we're gonna transition into the chorus. All right. Right now we're in the chorus. So what's gonna happen is oh yeah, it's just the chorus. Then I go into the verse. For some reason here, I don't know why. I just decided to like make the chorus 16 bars instead of 8. But yeah, whatever. Didn't really care. Alright, now we're in the second verse. Now again, starting off smooth, no jabs. No chord progression jabs, it's just chords sustained. And then I go in and switch it up, go back to jabs just like in the chorus, but the hi-hats, like, they got way faster. Alright, I'm gonna go on for a while, I'm gonna just skip it. Yeah, alright, so I really like that part right there. So instead of just starting like that, I figured why not make it drop a little bit early. Sorry, it's unexpected. Right? Goes on a little while before transition, and then now we're back to that sci-fi theme. You know, it's constantly going back and forth between a jazz and a sci-fi theme. That's what I was going for. Pretty nice. So right here, the chord progression is playing. I don't know why this is so loud, but either way, let me turn the volume down a little just for the sake of the video. Alright, I had a fruity chorus. Now again, without the fruity chorus, still sounds nice, but it's not the theme that I'm going for. I'm trying to create a theme. So by using the fruity chorus, just gives it extra space, makes it sound more sci-fi-ish. Yeah, if you can't tell by now, I'm a huge sci-fi fanboy. Alright. Alright, so far that's about it for the beat. Yeah, there's a transition. Now in the actual song, you'll hear like a little clip of the Apollo space mission. Right? Like the radio, what is it called? It's a radio call or something. Yeah, people talking on the radio on the spaceship. Yeah, it sounded really nice. Hit the like if you're a sci-fi boy fan, if you enjoy sci-fi. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so that's about it. Wait, let me loop this section while I talk to you guys. Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something, and hopefully this video made you want to go listen to the song if you haven't listened to it already. Either way, have an awesome day. Peace out. Okay, so my bad. I forgot to say 3 things, which is the 3 things I want you guys to try and take away from this video. If you've watched up until the end, and if you watched up until now, thank you very much. There are 3 things I just want to say you should try and take away, that you should really try to like implement in your beats, that I would highly recommend. 1 is the velocity changes to the drums to make them sound more realistic. 2nd is the use of automation, so you can add sort of transitions. And 3rd, if you notice right here in the entire beat, I added the most interesting parts, most interesting sections and elements of the entire beat within the first minute and 30 seconds. All right, because I want my listeners to really be excited by what they're excited and enjoy what they're listening to. Right, I made sure that the first verse had more things going on than the second. Originally, it was the first verse was actually supposed to be in the place of the second, but I decided, you know what? No, let me just put it in the first verse so it can happen much quicker and faster and earlier, so that people can actually enjoy. So if you're gonna make music, always like consider that part as well. Consider the listener, and yeah. So those are the 3 things. 3 things: velocity change, all right, so that the drums can sound a little bit more realistic. Automation, so you can add little variations and like sort of have like better control over what happens in the direction your beat takes. 3rd is you have to keep the retention, or you have to make sure that people are interested in listening to your beat the entire way through. So add the most exciting parts and the best parts at the beginning within the first minute 30 seconds. All right, so now peace out.
but no, it'll be a good one.